Okay, hey, and welcome back. In the last video, we talked about the use of open-ended questions and how to put them to work to gain more information using our 6 honest serving men. Now, in this video, we're going to take a look at the importance of preparation when you have a key learning objective that requires skillful questioning and listening. Now, this could be a salesperson seeking to learn about their customer needs, or a manager seeking to understand an issue that a member of their team has with their work, or just simply two people going about getting to know each other with a bit more depth. So if we consider that questioning and listening are the tools for the job, then the preparation for using the tools is very, very important as well. We also want to ensure that your questioning and listening skills don't come over as an inquisition style conversation. And so we should think about how we will use these tools when we're communicating with someone. A few good tips here are to use the following. Firstly, and very importantly, concentration. Before you start a conversation with the intention to gather information or learn something new, you must switch your brain on and ensure that the environment that you're in is conducive to asking questions, listening, and learning. So that means eliminating the possibility of noise distraction or any other interference in the conversation that you're about to have. And also focus your mind on a singular objective that prompts you to really concentrate. So for example, let's say you're about to speak with a customer and do a fact find about their needs. Mentally, focus on your goal and tell yourself, I'm about to have a small window of opportunity to find out as much as I can about my customer, and this is the goal and the focus of why I'm here, and so I'll make the most of it. Secondly, interest. A lack of interest in the subject matter that you're exploring is a sure way to turn your listening into hearing, and you'll switch your active listening brain off very, very quickly. So as you're preparing for your conversation and during your conversation, show interest and bring out that natural 5-year-old in you to keep probing and asking questions. The more you listen, the more you ask. The more you ask, the more you learn. One other way of reinforcing your interest and encouraging the person that you're speaking to share more information is to use positive body language to show that you're interested and engaged in what they're saying. Things like, nodding and smiling, mimicking, using positive facial expressions will all communicate to the other person that you're interested, engaged in what is being said, and want to learn more. And this brings me to probing or funneling. The process of funneling is the simple means by which we probe or question on a single subject or thread by going deeper and deeper, where each additional question increases the depth of knowledge acquired about the subject matter being discussed in the funnel. Okay, so remember, the probe or funnel is just an extension of a question that digs a little bit deeper and reveals more useful information. The idea of a funnel is to keep the thread of your conversation flowing from each previous answer, and conversationally just go as deep as you can. So let's look at a basic example here of a funnel where our objective is to find a customer's appetite for a new supplier. I'll start with a bad example and then we'll go into a good example. So firstly, this would be a bad example of a funnel. The first question could be, could you briefly explain one of your most important considerations when appointing a new supplier? And let's say the customer answered, well, I think the reliability and continuity of supply is very important. So then if I carried on, my question 2 would be, how many staff do you have in the store? And then the answer would be 300. And question 3 would be, would you be interested in listing our products? And almost certainly the answer to that question would be no. And so in the above example, the questions didn't flow, and specifically they had no continuity from the previous answer. It was all a bit disjointed. Now, this ultimately leads to a rather scattered conversation with little scope to learn anything but some superficial information. So now let's take exactly the same scenario, but a slightly better example of probing and funneling. So question 1. Could you briefly explain one of your most important considerations when appointing a new supplier? Answer, well, I think the reliability and continuity of supply is very important. Oh, question 2. Okay, so if reliability and continuity of supply is very important to you, what are the 3 most important measures that you look for in this area? And then the answers may come back. Well, a need for a commitment for weekly deliveries before 6 a.m. and returns should be taken back each time the product has been delivered. Question 3. Okay, so if we can give a commitment for weekly deliveries before 6 a.m. and returns to be taken back each time the product has delivered, would you potentially then qualify us as a new supplier? Yes. Okay, so we can see the difference between those 2 conversations. In the good example that I've just done, each answer led to a more probing question or funnel that directly related to the previous answer. And this is much more likely to give you an opportunity to increase the depth of your knowledge, and is also likely to give you a better outcome as well. So that's just some good thoughts there about the importance of preparation and funneling when you're developing your questioning and listening skills. Now, in the next video, we look forward to building on that and introducing a few more tips to improve your communication and questioning and listening skills. So hopefully you've been listening and looking forward to the next video, and I'll see you there very soon. Cheers.